Hello there, everybody. I'm just coming onto the screen. It would have helped if I was in the right group. Yeah, that might help. But here I am right here now. Yeah. So thank you for being here for the live stream this week. I've got an awesome topic today. So hopefully a couple of women might jump on. If not, all good. You can find it on my YouTube channel. So today we're talking about, well, it's Health Month. Yeah, if you didn't know, that's what we're doing, the land of freedom, empowerment, and impact. And I'm Kate, the Courageous Inspirer Coach. So every week we're doing a new episode, and we're really focused on, at the moment, health, all things healthy. We're running our Manifesting Your Health Challenge. If you've missed this month's Manifesting Your Health Challenge, don't worry, there'll be another one's coming up in 3 months. Okay, so every month we run a new one. Next month's on wealth. Yeah, no, it's not. Next month's on limitless self. Take that back, limitless self. The next one's on wealth, and then we start again. Yeah, so every 3 months we've got wealth, health, limitless self. So this is health. Yeah, I got that out eventually, right? So let's have a look what we're talking about today. And I'm going to pop up some documents. And if you're interested in some of these resources, all you need to do is reach out. You can either reach out when the live stream, when you watch the live stream, maybe it's when you're live here, or maybe it's on a replay, or even when you're watching it on YouTube. And all you need to do is DM me, or make a comment down on the live stream asking for any of the documents that we're going through today. Okay, you're just going to have a bit of a teaser on some of the stuff that we do offer within our masterminds that we run. Okay, so today's topic was on healthy bucket list. Sounds simple, doesn't it? It is, yeah. So we often do bucket lists, and this is our design of a bucket list. We have bucket lists for many, many things, but today, remembering, we're focusing on a healthy living bucket list. Okay, so interesting enough, I did have a bit of a conversation in my group call. In my programs, we have 2 group calls a week, depending on the level of program that you're in, but there's always a group call available for whatever program you are in. And today we actually spoke a little bit about, goals, our goals that we want to achieve. And this is very much around goals. If we create a bucket list, they're the things that we want to achieve. They're our dreams, yeah? So they're goals that we need to perhaps work towards in order to have them, right? So, because every goal needs to be worked in some way to achieve it. So we talked about it a little bit today, and we talked about, sometimes it can be too much for a particular person and how they process information, or how they create momentum and commitment. If the goals are just, or the bucket list is just too big and broad. So sometimes when we do a bucket list, we do a bucket list of life, all of our life. So this might be something that you take on as a way of creating goals into a fun way and creative way, as a bucket list. Okay, and this bucket list, we are focusing on healthy living. Okay, so healthy living. So this bucket list will give you the opportunity of going down. You may not have all these to fill out. That's not what this is about. Okay, there's no comparison, there's no wrong or right. It's your healthy living list, but we like to provide a couple of lines here to inspire you to seek more. One of the things that I come up a lot when I'm dealing in the topic of health, which is a very big part of my signature systems and all that I do with my women when I'm supporting them. My signature system works on clarity, care, and courage. Okay, so your health, the healthy habits that's creating your lifestyle, is a very big part of that in all the work that I do. So, when we look at being healthy, a lot of us probably are. Right. And that's not what this is about either. Yeah. So even if you come into one of my Manifesting Health Challenges, or any other type of masterclass that I'm running that talks on the topic of being healthy, it's not to say that you're not. But isn't it cool to always be curious about how you could even up it another level? And when I talk about healthy, I talk about the 4 pillars of health. Yeah. So the 4 pillars of health that I focus on is feed the mind, feed the gut, feed the body, feed the awesomeness. Okay, so I look at it from those 4 pillars. So again, your bucket list, your healthy living bucket list, and a lot of the habits that you're doing at the moment may involve some of those 4 pillars, but do they? And if they do, are they all balanced or connected, or are the pies big enough in those areas that get you functioning at your healthiest self? Because we're all very different. What I classify as being healthy and when I feel healthy is different to you and the next person. Okay, so your bucket list is really, really, really important to start focusing on. And once you've got your bucket list, this is something, the next document here is something that I want you to reach out for if you don't have it. It's really, really, really good document, okay? So this one is my intentional document. So for me, I truly believe that if we're going to aspire and create a bucket list, with goals that we're going to achieve, we have to have intention behind it. When we're not intentionally committing to goals, in my opinion, often we don't achieve them. Okay, it's really hard to achieve goals and keep that momentum and that commitment and not get distracted if we're not intentional about why we're setting those goals. Yeah, so this is a good document that I find can help. So you may have a bucket list, or you may have goals that you've already created for healthy living, or you may not. Once you do the healthy bucket list, you do. Okay, so you should then come to this document, and these are the 2 questions that I get the ladies to answer. First of all, what I want in 2023. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could look at this, and what I suggest is probably the way I'm going to say next, because otherwise I think it might be a bit skew-if, So what I want in 2023 is literally what you have really felt and wanted, and maybe even set as goals that you wanted to achieve in 2023, or it's based on your bucket list. So with your bucket list as well, when we're setting goals, remember, they've got to be smart. They've got to be smart. They can be amazing and adventurous and awesome, but they've got to be smart. So in that, when we're doing SMART goals, we need the time, don't we? So when are you going to be doing that thing or achieved that thing? So what you've achieved up to this point of the year, because we're in mid-year. Okay, so mid-year, I know it's scary, isn't it? So what you've achieved up to this point, what you wanted to achieve in the middle of 2023. All right, let's keep it simple like this. Then whatever, and that would be based on what you set as when you wanted to achieve them. Well, hopefully you did that. If you didn't, then you need to come and do some work with me on goal setting and how we can achieve our goals and what it takes to be able to do that. Then the second part of this, once you've done that, is that you say you need to explore why I haven't done them yet. Now, really important here, when we're doing an intentional work, and I've got a really exciting guide that I'm going to be offering everybody that puts their hand up for this. Okay, so anyone that watches this live or watches it on replay or goes to the YouTube channel and reaches out to let me know that you have, I'm going to send you through an amazing guide that I'm going to go through in a minute. Okay, so when we're setting these intentions, we don't want to be in a place of judgment, criticism, shame, anger. We don't want to go there, guys, because whatever happened. That's life. But what we can do is what I love and I think is critical in every day of your life is reflection. So this question is more about reflection, becoming more aware of why you didn't achieve those things up to mid-year that you had set yourself in regards to health, because remember, we're just talking about health today. And then why, we can go that next step in creating ways of not doing that again. So we start to even dive down deeper and we start evaluating it and working out, was it self-sabotage or was it some other factor that you didn't take into consideration, or the impact on other people or life in general? Okay, and how could you be more aware of that moving forward? Because it's awareness, right? Consciously living, being intentional. Okay, so the document works in the 2 categories. What I want in 2023, and I would like you in this exercise, if you're going to play along, I'd like you to look at this as what you wanted in the first half of 2023, and then why I haven't done them yet. All right, so these are the 2 questions, and you can use this sheet to be able to do that. All right, so the last sheet that I want to look at is my beautiful guide that I'm happy to, as I said before, to send out to anyone that requests it, and at no charge. All right, so this particular guide again is available to my my paying clients. All right, so my coaching clients. This and over 200 other resources. Can you believe it? My library is huge, right? So anyway, intentions. This is my intentions guide. So we're just going to go through this a little bit, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a helping hand on ways and things that you can practice to enable you to achieve that healthy living bucket list. Okay. And it might be things that you incorporate when you've written down why you haven't completed them. Not all of them, maybe you have, hands up to you. Yeah. But if you haven't completed all the things that you wanted to mid 2023, then perhaps you could implement some of these practices. Okay. So number 1, I strongly suggest that you create a mantra. Now, if you don't know what a mantra is, again, I'm happy to talk with you one-on-one about this. And you've got the ability of booking in a call with me at any time whenever you watch these lives. And again, we'll pop in the link for you to book a call. All right. So creating a mantra, if you've never done this before, we can work on that together. If you have, awesome, you know what a mantra is. All right. So mantra really is your oath, is your promise. It's your ability to, create a way of staying focused by reprogramming your mind if there's limiting beliefs in there that you can't have this bucket list, right? Or you can't have the things on the bucket list, right? So a mantra is a way of you reprogramming your mindset. Okay, really, really important. Number 2 is share your intention with a friend. This is so important. In my manifesting challenge, it's all about, like, the second goal is get Pacific. That's the second process of my 5-day process. And that is where everybody that's playing in the challenge needs to complete 5 challenges and 5 actions. And one of those actions on that day is speaking the commitment, getting it out there, speaking your intention, letting the universe and everybody else know you're for real. This is going to happen. So really, and share your intentions, get people supporting you and being around you. Okay. And verbally sharing, it's not just with external, you need to share your intention with yourself. Okay, so this is where your mantra or affirmations or anything that you want to do is really going to help you and your subconscious mind to shift out any negative thoughts or limiting beliefs around what you could achieve in healthy living and create positive ones. All right, number 4, create a ritual. This is really big, right? I have a morning ritual, and mine's my personal one. Like, this just gives you an idea of, sort of things that you could do. But my particular practice, my ritual, now I've got it down to about 10-15 minutes in case, unless anything else is going on, I need a little bit more care. But generally speaking, every morning I do what's called a priming exercise. And in my priming exercise, I involve gratitude work, affirmational work, visualizational work, breath work, energy work. And it's super powerful. Okay, it's super powerful, and I tend to focus it again on whatever I'm calling in it at that particular time. So everything about my ritual at the moment, my priming practices, is around health. Okay, healthy living. So if you're really interested in the power and magic of creating rituals, one, how to put it all together, and then what it all means, so trainings within the practices, just reach out. Okay, this is very much an expertise of mine, and it is one of the largest areas of my signature system, which is care. All right, so meditate, huge meditation. Now, meditation is about mindfulness, so it might be different for you than it is for me. Okay, so the way that I am mindfulness and I meditate is through walking, hiking. As well as an online coach. If you don't know, I own a hiking company. So everything about me and where I'm creative and I'm mindful and I'm grateful and I energize myself through that way of meditation is on a hike. right? So find the ways that you're going to help to be mindful and rest your mind and care for yourself. And again, this meditation mindfulness work, I encourage all my ladies to do intentional work, self-reflection work before they go to sleep. So they're downloading, they're getting everything out of their mind of the day that was and the intentions for the next day, so then they can get a beautiful sound sleep. All right. Number 6, practice gratitude. Massive. Okay, so gratitude, again, there's a skill in gratitude. Happy again for you to reach out and I can take you through the practice of gratitude. We really want to work in gratitude of, the present, of what you are grateful for, that you have or you are, and then we want to build on those, right? So we then take it to the future. So it's really important that we add the present and the future. There is a skill within that, and I've got some awesome tips and strategies of how you can create a beautiful gratitude practice. Okay. Number 7, if I can count, ask for what you want, then let go. Really important, right? Ask for what you want and let go. We do this on day 5 of our manifesting challenges. All right. So day 5, I work through learn to receive. And when we want to learn to receive, the steps within that is to ask what you want. You've created the detail. So that was Tuesday when you get specific, in the process of manifestation. And then there's lots of little steps in between. And then when we're ready to receive it, so learning to receive is the last stage. We then need to ask for what we want. We've got the detail, we're clear on it, and we just then let go. We just let it go. We just let it happen. We trust in the process. We don't create anxiety around the power of manifestation. When is it going to happen? Am I doing it right? Why isn't it happening? You've just got to trust yourself, right? You've got to trust yourself. So you've got to let go. You've got to let it go. All right. So number 8, remind yourself daily. Okay, remind yourself daily. The best way to truly set an intention is to be firm about it with yourself. And this is repetitive. So every morning, like I said before, or every night, you need to be very clear on what your intentions are for that day. Yeah. And if you've got a bucket list, if you're really clear on the healthy lifestyle that you've got on that bucket list, you then can start breaking down. You'll be able to get a little bit clearer about what it's going to take. So if one of the things on that bucket list is to be a certain weight, for example, and you've set the date for, 3 months away, then you'd be able to work backwards and know exactly what that's going to take and what you need to lose every week leading up to that 30-day period. Okay, so we really want to remind ourselves daily, in my opinion, what our intentions are. I actually do my intentional work at night. Okay, I set my intentions for the next day, the day before. Number 9, consider how you'll feel. So a large part of setting an intention is getting really specific about what it is you want and how you'll feel once you get it. So a really beautiful technique in here is there's anchoring and tapping. So I've mentioned tapping in here. Really powerful emotional techniques, NLP techniques, where we can create via a memory, we can create a feeling, right? And it's the feeling that we can draw back on or anchor to access whenever we want to, or if we're losing steam, or if we're not focused, or we're getting distracted, whatever goes on, it's your way of keeping on the path that you need to go on, right? And we do this through emotion, how you feel. So get really intentional about that feeling, what you're wanting to feel, and why it's so important to feel like that. And when it comes to health, we all have I believe, a very strong sense of what we want to feel when we feel healthy and why. All right. So number 10, this is where I write it down the night before. It can be your goals that you kind of refocus on the night before, but it could just be your intentions that you have for the day coming forward, right? So one of the things that I do with my ladies is that we use a technique called Eat the Frog. There's two techniques I use. Eat the Frog, where we identify, we download and we drop down any things that we want to complete for the following day or need to complete. And then we highlight the most important most important things on that list, all the things that we've been putting off, or the things that are going to have a big impact on how, where, or what level of closeness we're getting to our actual goals, right? Is that gap to achieving those goals widening or closing? Yeah. So then they complete those 3 goals before lunch, because that's generally when our energy is at peak. All right. The other method that I use is called easy stretch. And easy stretch is that every week, this is when we're really trying to do some breakthroughs. Every week, or every day if you want to, but I'm pretty gentle on my clients, that every week they set an easy stretch goal. So 2 easy things that they know they're going to be able to achieve, and 1 stretch, right? That's really just going to make them step up a little bit. It's something that maybe triggers them or is going to take a little bit more work to do it. All right. So there's my discussion on healthy living, and it included the bucket list that I'd really challenge and encourage you to write out. Not all everything in your life that you want to achieve. Remember, we're just focused on healthy living. And then you've also got the intention sheet where you can write down what you have achieved, what you haven't achieved up to mid-year. So let's stop at mid-year. And then on the other side of the page is why not? Okay, why not? And then if you wanted to really take it further, I've got my intentions guide that you can reach out and access for free, where it actually talks about the strategies and the practices that you might like to implement. So then when you do that intentional worksheet at the end of this year, there's not going to be anything that you need to write that you didn't complete. Yeah, boom. All right, so thank you very much for today, and I hope you enjoy this episode. We are on every week on a Thursday. We're building up our YouTube channel, so just bear with us as we go along. We've got some beautiful material and resources that we're going to be offering everybody on a week-to-week basis. If you're really wanting to know about what I do as the Courageous Inspirer Coach, again, you just need to reach out. There's so many ways to access us. On the guide sheet as well, it gives you the booking link, but I'll be dropping in some details, and I always will after every live, and it'll be on our YouTube channel, how you can reach out and have a clarity call with me. At the moment, I'm offering something pretty amazing, and that is free coaching sessions. So this is something that's happening via email and through posting, and when I'm doing these sort of lives, is that I'm offering the opportunity of booking a 40-minute coaching session. So this is not just a call, this is an actual coaching session where I can take you through a breakthrough or a method or a practice or learning, whatever it is that you want to cover. I'll be here for you, as long as it falls into my signature system items, which is clarity, care, and courage. All right, so that was this week's. Hope you enjoy it. See you next week. I haven't actually come up with a topic yet. I'm tossing around a couple, but we're moving into July. And July for freedom, empowerment, and impact. Hi, Donna. How are you going, darling? It's July month, and the July month we are focusing on reflect and reset. Okay, an exciting new workbook, if I do say so myself. I finished it yesterday, so there's a brand new workbook that's going to be available to anybody that's around listening and puts a hand up. That's going to be marketed in a few days. And there's also 2 events that we're focused on in July, all around reflect and reset. That's going to be a masterclass on the 13th of July. And all the details will be available as we go along. And we've also got our challenge coming up, even though it's Manifest Your Limitless Self, which is an awesome challenge. It's going to be a slightly different version this time, because I'm going to be focused on reflect, and reset. Okay, so it's all about reflecting on the half the year that's occurred and resetting what you need to achieve everything you want for the remaining of 2023. Really cool, eh? Right, so I'll see you soon. Bye for now.